Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to another Let's Answer Some Questions. I'd like to remind everyone you can post questions below, and I shall answer them next week. So let's get started. Yeah, Kane 2, again, with his constant dick questions. He says, would I suck dick for $500 for 3 minutes? Again, I'm going to have to go with what I said last week, and say, compared to like the ratio of time to money, and if it was STD free and stuff like that, like, and it was only 3 minutes, probably yeah. I mean, $500 to me is generally a lot of money, so I would probably, if it was STD free, like I said, do it for maybe even longer than that. But yeah, I would. Okay, don't hate me. Spyro Guy 101 says, what is your favorite video game and will you do an LP of it? I've said this before, I really don't like to pick favorites, because generally, like, your favorite changes constantly. So, I can't really say that, but if I ever do have a favorite, I will, of course, do an LP of it. Like, most of the games I choose to LP, or not only most of them, but a lot of them, are, I choose to LP because they are some of my favorites, like Sam Max and Comic Zone and Spider-Man and stuff like that. So, yeah, hopefully that answered the question. J012345678912 says, if you were a My Little Pony, describe the marking you would have, colors, and just try to describe the pattern. And what is one thing you want to do before you die? Okay, first I want to answer his first question. If I was a My Little Pony, I was actually kind of thinking of this, like how I would answer this before. I would try to have like kind of like stars, right? Like first I'll be like a base. I'll just be like a purple pony, and then I'll have like stars like throughout my body, and they would all kind of be backwards rainbow colored. Like instead of Roy G Biv, they would be like Vib G Yor. So, and they would all be like kind of like going the same direction. So it's not like some more mixed matched. So you have like a purple pony, all the like a bunch of stars with like reverse rainbows in them, and yeah, that's that's like My Little Pony right there. And then to make it even more cool, I could have like a tattoo of like Liquid Snake or something like that somewhere. And one thing I want to do before I die, this is kind of like probably it's pretty like most people probably say this, but try to like not really travel the world, but see a lot of the places that kind of like they're kind of like must see before he dies, like a lot of like big landmarks and stuff like that. Probably there's probably like other stuff too, but that's like I can't really think of anything right now, so I'm just gonna go like with the main probably like the easiest answer. The Big Bazaar says, Liquid, a question. Which game would you recommend for a first time LP? Resident Evil 2 Blind, Resident Evil 3 Blind, Sonic Adventure Blind, or is there another game you would recommend? I'm assuming that you're basically asking, like, if you, I'm assuming that you're kind of saying, hey, I want to start LPing, and I'm asking you which game I want to LP. And to be honest, this probably is like an answer that you really don't want me to say, but to be honest, I would say I really can't help you because I would recommend you pick the game for yourself really, because I think for your first LP you should try to pick a game where you 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 really enjoy the game, you're fairly good at it, and you know a lot about it, because I think that would probably give you like the best commentary, and that could possibly get like let you see like once you're done with that you kind of say, hey, do I like this LPing stuff or do I not? So, and I'm not trying to like put rules or anything on LPing, because it's certainly like one thing that it's possible to like do anything and really be good at it in LPing. I don't know, but like I would recommend, at least for me, I would recommend not doing a blind LP for like your first LP, because I think that like you won't be as used to like just giving commentary on games or something. If that makes sense. It's really kind of hard to explain without like coming off of like kind of selfish, but yeah, I'll try to recommend staying away from like a blind LP for like your first LP, because you kind of like, I would say you need some experience sort of in giving commentary without while actually knowing about the game, because if you don't know about the game, you won't be have much to give commentary on, so you won't really be used to it, and so you might get like a different first experience of to LPing. So yeah. Ruby 1992 says, "Is if there was one thing in the world you would change, what would it be and why?" Um, I would to extremely I would change world population, because the world is incredibly not really yet, but it's becoming incredibly overpopulated, and just like the way that the population's growing is very scary to me, to be honest. It's like, because it took until like the 1800s, right? So it's like that's about 20,000 years of human life to reach 1 billion people, and here we are already nearly 7 billion people in just like 100 years. So it's kind of like there's really some fucked up stuff that's going on, and it's like hard to believe that like from when I was born, there's like, I don't know, maybe 6 billion people, maybe, I don't know, and try to like when I'm like starting to approach like the end of my lifetime, so that's like the 2070s sort of, I'll be like around 80 sort of, I try to believe that by then the population of the world will pretty much have nearly doubled by the time when I was born. And as Stephen Hawking once said, like if the population like keeps increasing like it does, eventually everyone, like the world would just be this like red hot ball, and everyone will basically just be standing shoulder to shoulder. And it's really something that it's really crazy, to be honest. Like, I'm not trying to like say that, oh, we should kill everybody or something like that, but like it would be a lot better if the birth rate was a lot lower and the death rate was a lot higher. So like if they were even out, that would kind of be like the perfect. Like if there were basically the same number of people being born as there were the same number of people dying, that would be a lot better. But sadly, it isn't like that. Sadly, sorry. Killstuff says, Jews or Muslims, have a reason for which is better. I cannot answer that question because, yeah, that's kind of out of my field of where I want to go. Because I would get, yeah. And to be honest, I really don't have an opinion on that because, yeah, it's kind of a weird question. Waffles Be Sexy says, what is your take on douchebagness? How would you rate it? It can be things that they do in levels, or like names of people rated by doucheness. Well, what? I think he's trying to like say if I had to like make a spectrum of douchebaggery, what like levels would there be? Basically, that's kind of like the main question, I think. And to be honest, I wouldn't really have that many levels. Really, I think it would be only like kind of split into two parts, and in like around like 75%, that would be kind of like the line. And when you cross the line, that kind of makes you a douchebag. Like when you're like below the line, it kind of makes you annoying. But when you're like about lower than 50%, you're okay. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question. Probably doesn't, but I'm trying not to like go anywhere that I'm trying to like I'm trying not to go in areas that I shouldn't be going. So yeah, that's all the questions for this week. Quite a lot actually. Thank you for that. So as always, put your questions below and I shall answer them next week. So until next time, liquid out.